Well, good morning. It's a beautiful morning again, doing this outside. So you're probably going to hear some traffic and so on behind me. But with being such a beautiful morning and certainly anticipation of spring, it reminds me of some of those days on the farm. You get that fresh spring smell going on in the air. Second Corinthians chapter number 5 and verse number 17 is where we're looking at this morning. And that actually this week. And so, therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Looking at if any man be in Christ, of course, the fact of being born again. And Peter tells us not being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, and that fadeth not away. So as we look at this matter, if any man be in Christ, we talked about that yesterday, and knowing with absolute certainty that you're born again, child of God. Well, we'll look at this morning at we are a new creature. Now, we could have all kinds of humorous ideas of the word creature, the idea of creature, and so on, and have a little bit of fun with that. But what we want to really focus on is what Paul's talking about, something that is a new creature, something is made new. Now, this is not a something that God doesn't reform us. Right, he doesn't meaning take the old and try to reshape. It's not a reformation of the old nature and trying to improve on the old nature. To the contrary, we are given a new nature. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1 says, "And you hath he quickened who are dead in trespasses and sins," meaning to be made alive. So it's not a reformation of something that God didn't like and is trying to change into something, and if I can say the word, evolve us into something that is better, or evolve us into holiness. To the contrary, he has made us a new creature, a new person, created something from scratch. And as we think of the old nature, which is after the flesh, Galatians 5. But of course, the new man, which is after Christ and true holiness, we can see that and as well in Galatians chapter 5 with the fruits of the Spirit. So as we look at this aspect and we look at spring and new life comes on, animals giving birth to young and so on, and flowers and all kinds of things, the beauty of the new that is made and so on is absolutely wonderful. So as we think of being a new creature in Christ, and we're going to look at the effect of that aspect, is what is entailed in being a new creature in Christ. Instead of just God reforming something that he didn't like or that wasn't the way it's supposed to be and the way he had intended it, and reforming it, trying to make it into something else, evolve us into holiness and Christ likeness. So as we think of that, meditate on that today, on this aspect that we are a new creature, a new creation, something that two distinct natures now, that of holiness after Christ and that of the flesh, and we'll find the result of that as we go later on this week. All right. Thanks for joining me today. Certainly do appreciate that. And looking forward to doing more of this outdoors. I realize we'll have some outdoor noise, but it's exciting to be outside anyway. So we are a new creature in Christ because of what he's done. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.